Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. Hit that like button, comment below, share, do all of that. As you're listening to my voice, hit the like button, smash the like button, smack the like button, hit the like. I don't care what you do. You just hit that like button for you, boy. That's right. That thumbs up button at the bottom of the screen. While you at it, go ahead and move over to the right and hit that subscribe button for your boy for all things sports entertainment related. Now, got a question for the boxing fans out here, right? Boxing family. We just witnessed Jack Catterall take on Josh Taylor in Josh Taylor's hometown for undisputed all the belts at 140. Unfortunately, according to the judges, he suffered a split decision loss. I personally had Jack Catterall winning that fight. I had him winning by maybe 2 rounds, right? Some people had Jack Catterall up more than that. Jack Catterall dropped Josh Taylor. Okay, Josh Taylor had a point taken away. Catterall had a point taken away. It was a very interesting, dirty, a lot of dirty tactics by Josh Taylor. Catterall coming right back, answering with his own dirty tactics, responding to Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor getting dropped, not using the jab, just going straight to the inside, coming in with his head a lot. It was interesting. It was a very interesting fight. Now, a lot of controversy, like I said, split decision loss for Jack Catterall losing the fight. But I seen a quote from Titan Fury. He was, and I've heard stories of both fighters, of Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor, allegedly getting death threats and having to move their families and stuff because of the decision. And sometimes it's like that in boxing. Now, I'm not condoning that at any. No, I'm never condoning that. Like it's a sport at the end of the day. It's entertainment. A lot of people take it too far. They're emotionally involved, emotionally invested in these fighters. And some of these fights, and I mean, at the end of the day, some guys putting a lot of money on the line, betting on these fighters. And when something like this happens, it's some people say it's corruption. Jack Catterall has called for an investigation. I believe I think UCAD is going to be taking investigating in that. MTK Global has voiced a lot of concerns about the investigation, making sure that this fight is investigated, rescored, and a lot of judges, a lot of fighters, a lot of refs have came out and even said something about it, like, "Hey, what's up with these judges? Like, they just drop a score and they don't have to explain themselves." Like Tony Bellew has been very vocal about the fight. Tyson Fury, a lot of other fighters, man. Like, I know what I watched that night, and I'm a Josh Taylor fan. I came into it, looking at it like Josh Taylor. Oh, he's gonna beat this dude. He's gonna get him up out of there, and Josh Taylor's gonna go to 147 and get ready for either Terrence Bud Crawford or Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, Jack Catterall came in there and won that fight in my mind, man. I give credit where it's due. You can't deny greatness. And that was a great performance from Jack Catterall. But some people could say he took a couple rounds off in the championship rounds. And that's what ultimately gave Josh Taylor the fight. Now, split decision loss. I don't know if you factor in those last couple rounds, that allegedly Jack Catterall took off. That could be the determining factor for him losing the fight ultimately. I personally had him I had him winning the 12th. I had him cruising and giving away the 11th. And 10th, I don't really remember right now. But all I know is I remember overall I had Jack Catterall winning that fight in Josh Taylor's hometown. So, some people are going to say, oh, Josh Taylor has some hometown cooking. And you know what the play was. They want to make sure he moves up to 47. And as long as he finished the fight on his feet, it's going to at worst be a draw. Man, I don't know. I don't even know. So my question to you guys, right? The whole purpose, the whole point of this video is, do you guys think Josh Taylor would give Jack Catterall a rematch at 147? Right? Jack Catterall's team, Josh Taylor's team's already came out and said, hey, if he wants a rematch, he can get a rematch someday, one day, maybe next at 147. We don't know. The link will be in the description. You guys can check it out for yourselves. I'm interested. I want to know what you guys think. I think that fight may warrant a rematch. Obviously, from the score, the disappointment of the fans voicing their opinions of how they felt about it. A lot of people saying Josh Taylor lost that fight. I'm not going to lie. I haven't came across any fighter that has said Josh Taylor won that fight. I haven't came across any fans that said Josh Taylor won that fight. I had Jack Catterall winning, I say at least by 2 rounds. Some people had it 7-5. Some people had it 7-5. Some people had it worse than that. Some people had it. Some people had Josh Taylor only winning 3 rounds out of the whole fight. So I mean, come on, man. Everybody. All I know is a lot of people had Josh Taylor losing that fight. Josh Taylor's a hell of a fighter. Now I don't know. I mean, when he came in for the weigh-in and looking in the fight, he looked drained. He looked like he was tired of making 147. A little bit of time off. He was tired of making 147. I mean, 140. He was tired of making 140, and he's ready to move at 147 so he can be fresh. And maybe that's what the game plan was. Go in there, just try to do your best, go in the inside, work in the inside, and just get Jack Catterall up out of there. But all I know is I didn't see any change. It was the same game plan the entire fight from round 1 to round 12. He didn't change anything up. Josh Taylor didn't change anything up. He didn't start working the jab. He didn't set up any punches. He had a wide stance the entire fight. He was fighting dirty, hitting Jack Catterall in the back of the head very, very early and often. The referee was getting in the way. Everybody was complaining about the ref getting in the way, not letting them really fight in the inside. He's like, some people said that the ref wanted to be the star of the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just bad, unnecessary warnings, unnecessary points taken. But, I mean, do we see this fight again? Do we see this rematch at 147? And hypothetically, if we see this rematch at 147, when will it happen? And do you I'm just really thinking about this, right? Because Josh Taylor didn't have to do this. Josh Taylor could just go to 147, put it in his bid for a WBO, kind of like the exact same thing that Terrence Crawford did, and get a shot at Terrence Crawford. Do it. Go ahead. At least, if hypothetically, if you are going to come on 147, you come up to fight a champion. You don't waste no time. You don't have to wait in line. You go get your shot and you're done. Now, like I said before, if that fight happens between Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor, would that mean that Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fight would be done? Because I see Virgil Ortiz in the WBC, right? I see Josh Taylor in WBO. Those guys are waiting for title shots. They're like the number 1 contenders. They're waiting for their title shots against Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Well, guess what? Virgil Ortiz has a fight coming up, I believe, next month or at the end of this month against McKinnison or somebody. I guess a stay busy fight. Errol Spence has a fight next month against the Ugas. Terrence Crawford isn't scheduled for a fight or anything, so I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's waiting on Spence at the end of this, maybe August, September, something like that. I don't know. I'm interested to know what's going to happen. What is the play? Does Josh Taylor wait to the end of the year for a Terrence Crawford fight, or does he go ahead and take a rematch? Does he give old boy a rematch? That's just things that make you say, I don't know. Bottom line, let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, comment below, share, do all of that. I think Jack Catterall won the fight. I think he deserves a rematch. Absolutely. But I think this is what the biggest thing in boxing is. I think the referees, not the referees, I believe the judges in that Jack Catterall, Josh Taylor fight robbed Jack Catterall of that special moment that everybody dreams of. When you go in there, you handle your business, you work hard, and you get your hands raised, and they say, in the new. And that's sad, man. We got to stop that in boxing. If a guy wins the fight, give him the fight. I am fine with open scoring, honestly. Open scoring after every round. All judges, he won this round. Bam. Let's put on the screen. Let's keep that on the screen at all times. Bam. That's it. I'm tired of waiting on them to tally up changing this and scramble that. And if they don't know who won, they just leave it blank and then they'll go back and put. I'm not with that, man. Let's go. If a man won the round, if a man wins the round, he wins the round. If he wins the fight, he wins the fight. I also would like to have these judges start explaining why they came up with these answers. Why they give certain rounds to certain fighters. What are you looking for in particular? So that way at least the fighters know. That way at least the fans know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? This specific judge likes activity. This specific judge can see everything. He'll give you credit for at least staying active. He gives you credit for, ring generalship. He gives you credit for this, that, and the third. I don't know. I'm looking for accuracy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this, whatever. Every judge has a different thing that they're looking for. If you don't know what they're looking for, there's no way to please all three of them at the same time. Not to mention, maybe they don't see everything. Sometimes we see things. It's just crazy how the whole world can see that Jack Catterall won this fight, but you know, sometimes the judges don't get it right. Now listen, split decision loss for Jack Catterall. That's how it went down. Nonetheless, I'm excited. Hopefully we get a rematch. Hopefully Jack Catterall can come in even better shape and be fully prepared and be ready for all 12 rounds instead of giving up a round here and there that ultimately cost him the fight the first time. So second time around, let's make it happen. It's up to Josh Taylor and what he wants to do or what he can do. Because guess what? If you come up to 47, I'd rather go ahead and fight a guy that I've already fought and at least I know, as opposed to coming to 47 and fighting a brand new monster at a new weight that I don't know anything about this guy. I could potentially get knocked out, especially my first time at a new division. Hey, we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button, comment below, share, do all of that. It's your host, F. Merritt, Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. I'm gone.